What is going on, everyone? We are back with another music reaction. I am Depraved.
I'm Hellcat.
And together we are...
HellaDepraved.
Yes, we are. It's your pick, so usually you lead off.
No, I know. That
and then
was
you're
just
like
a
mid-drink.
That was a little hot. We're excited. It's been a couple weeks since this came out, and we've just, with overtime at work and everything, taken a short hiatus. So we are back, and I'm excited.
I'm excited, too.
Yeah. Everything off of this new album has been incredible so far.
It has. It has. I forgot. Is Icon for Hire when we're allowed to...
Yeah. We can show the video.
Okay. Whoa, calm down.
We can start the video, apparently, right away.
Apparently. But yeah, super excited for this. So, we're going to jump right in. We're going to react to this. If you guys have already seen it, if not, click the link in the description below. Hop on over to other things coming back. So that's our commentary, reaction, breakdown, comedy channel. With that means we will pause for any and or whatever we feel like. With that being said, it is time to slice it up and break it down. This is Icon for Hire, or Ifa, with
Shadow.
It's also what our watchers are called. So if you're here,
The shadows.
You're a shadow, at least for the next probably 30 seconds before you switch off. But
you know, you do you.
You know, let's get it. Oh, she got done boxing and then set the place on fire. That's how you do it.
Demons coming out to play, but sure. Yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah.
Sorry.
Life's a little brutal, a little bit beautiful. I don't think I understand it at all. Take the lure of the quick pharmaceuticals. I don't think we understand it at all. It's like there's a shadow stuff in my head. Part of me I don't wanna show. My limit, God, I hate to admit it. Sometimes I just wanna let go.
Dude, that is an awesome outfit.
What I was gonna say was I want you in that dress.
Me too. Me too. I also really like the sound of this song.
Me too.
Lyrics as well at this point, but, you know, hasn't played out enough for me to be like, this is relevant to me yet.
Right. It's basically like her so far singing about like the government watching you on pharmaceuticals and
well, I don't know that it's
or the pharmaceutical
just,
companies
it's
wanting
not
you
the government, yeah,
on pharmaceutical bills.
But also that we just I don't think she's wrong. I mean, like she said, life is beautiful, and you know, like she just doesn't understand it at all because life is a dichotomy. There's two sides to it.
Right.
It's beautiful and it's tough. So are the chemicals in our brain. So is, and we as people, we don't understand it, which is why we live on chemicals.
Right.
My limit, God, I hate to admit it. Sometimes I just wanna let go. Oh, we all got a dark side, we all try to hide. Sweep under the carpet like it's not alive. We all got our reasons, but we keep inside. Dark side,
Ow, get up here.
Dark side. I'm gonna drag my shadow in the polite. I'm gonna let my monsters eat me alive. I'm one confession from nothing to hide. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. You're gonna love me ugly or not at all. This is the worst part of me I'll ever show. But then I guess I'll die being fine and being gold. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. Been keeping up.
All right. This is probably my favorite song of theirs so far. And I really like Icon for Hire, so that's saying something.
And it's very much her deciding to just be herself.
Yeah, it's an expose. But I do like how she's saying, like, I'm one confession away from full exposure and also, you know, loving myself. Everything. All of it.
No more meds, just accepting of who I is.
I mean, it's not necessarily like no more meds, but So you can have chemical imbalances that have nothing to do with your shadow, right? Your dark side.
Right.
Because not all chemical imbalances are caused by anything other than the chemicals in your brain already being kind of screwed up.
Right.
But she's talking about the dark side that people hide, and unfortunately, people's dark side tend to make a lot of those problems worse. Like if you were born with anxiety, the stuff that you would keep hidden away, your dark side, would make your anxiety worse. It would make your depression worse. Or there are people whose dark side causes their depression or their anxiety. And people don't like to admit to being themselves. They don't like to admit to being different. And I can't blame them given the history of humans. Humans don't like other, which makes no sense because other is humanity, which is why life makes no sense.
Right.
But we're not kind to people that are different than us, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if it's your dark side, mental illness, color of your skin, religion, culture. None of it. It's just as long as it's other, somebody's gonna hate it. So
Right.
it is really hard to expose yourself and also love yourself at the same time. So I really like this song. And she does. She looks fantastic in that dress.
I saw my shadow. Been keeping a part of me underneath it. Hoping it don't kill me, boo. In the open, let them all see me broken. Judge me all you want, but you know we all got a dark side. We all try to hide, sleep under the carpet like it's not alive. We all got our reasons, but we keep inside. Dark side. Dark side. I'm gonna drag my shadow in the polite. I'm gonna let my monsters eat me alive. I'm one confession for nothing to hide. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. Gonna love me ugly, or not at all. This is the worst part of me I'll ever show. But then I guess I'll die being finally know. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow.
You shook your head. I thought you had something to say.
No, I mean, again, she's gonna die being finally known. It's almost like she knows as soon as she exposes herself, she's leaving herself open to being basically burned at the stake.
Right.
Which, like I was saying before, humanity has a horrible history, and we still do it, of hating anything that we deem other. And I you know, a lot of people are like, oh, we hate things that we don't understand, but that's not the truth of it, because like she said, everyone has a dark side. Everyone has something. And maybe some people have swept it far enough underneath the rug, the carpet like she's talking about, to be in such denial that they can't even admit to themselves what their dark side is. But that doesn't mean that we don't understand that. So people just hate reminders of what they themselves are harboring, or things that remind them of something about themselves that they don't like. So it's not just things that we don't understand, it's things that we understand all too well.
Right.
So I just think it's an interesting way that she's phrasing, you know, exposing herself, loving herself, letting the monsters eat her alive, and then, you know, she'll die, but at least everybody will finally know her. I do think that that's part of the problem of isolating ourselves these days. We only let people see that Instagram side of us, or most people do.
Right.
but that's very isolating because nobody knows the real you if you don't talk about, Bruno, basically. So, yeah.
I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. The subconscious, suppressed causes honest. What's your diagnosis? It's a battle to unravel. So afraid of your own shadow. The subconscious, suppressed causes honest. What's your diagnosis? It's a battle to unravel. So afraid of your own shadow. I'm gonna drag my shadow into the light. I'm gonna let my monsters eat me alive. I'm one confession, got nothing to hide. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. Gonna love me ugly, this is the worst part of me. I never show, then I guess I'll die being finally know. I'm gonna show my shadow, my shadow. I'm gonna face the invisible. My
I like that.
Me too. That was very good. Yeah, that is definitely, I think, my favorite. That's years of theirs in terms of catalogs.
Songs like this are in the definitely need to be made category. I love it. Absolutely love it.
Right. I think the message is really important.
I have had the luxury to come to that point in my life where I've accepted who I am and happy with who I am. And I play with my demons, my shadow.
Right.
And I've actually, I feel like a lot of the darker sides of me I have shown,
Right.
even in our reactions. I legit think in what most people would deem is probably the darkest side of me. I hate people. I love humanity.
Right.
I hate people.
Yeah, both of us are pretty misanthropic, and we're not. We don't shy away from saying it either.
I legit believe a meteor needs to hit this Earth, hit the reset button on life on this planet, and start the fuck over. Because all we're doing is ruining everything any fucking way.
Right.
And we've said this before. I would love to see things turn around. But never in the history of humanity has
Has
it.
that ever even slightly started to occur? Right.
Too many people hold so tightly to their religion they believe it's okay to hate people because of their religion.
Right.
Even though your religion tells you to not hate people. And that's almost every single one of your religions tell you to not hate people.
Right. Right.
And yet people still use it to be like, I hate you because of this, or I hate you because of that.
Yeah, but there's, I mean, like...
You're going to hell.
I agree with you entirely, but obviously there's so many reasons outside of religion also that religion's one of the worst perpetrators. But, again, I think it's one of those things that humanity has a way of finding things to make their hate acceptable, and that is why so many people turn to religion. Honestly, it's also a way to make their fear acceptable, or to absolve themselves of sin, or there's a list of things, but that's what humanity does.
Please don't call me on the way down.
Which is,
And it's not, and religion was just the first thing I found, and that's the easiest to
right.
talk shit about. People in general are extremely greedy. No matter how much they have, they want more.
Right.
There's never
Wealth, power, prestige.
enough.
Yeah.
There's never
It doesn't matter.
the humans never get to the point where they have enough until they're like 80, and even
No,
then, some of them
even then.
still don't.
Some of them just get tired at 80. It's not that they
Right.
are appeased with how much they have. It's just they're tired. Yeah. I think this
But-
song was probably really hard for her to write.
Right.
I'm glad that she did, not just because I think the message is important, but because it means that she knows that this is important for herself. And I wish that more people could see themselves, flaws and all, demons and all, however you want to phrase it, and make peace with themselves. I mean, I think it's one thing to say love yourself, because I kind of, honestly, that's the turn of phrase, and it's slightly campy to me, because you don't have to, like, love your flaws, but make peace with yourself. Be okay with yourself,
Right.
That you as a person, hey, maybe your dark sense of humor makes you quirky. Maybe, I don't know, that flaw has worked out for you in the past because of something else. I don't know, but, or, once you make peace with yourself, you start working on some of those flaws. I'm just saying, like, I think that that's what I would hope this message has people
And well,
realize she's trying to get across.
and one of the things too about accepting yourself, even if you know there's things to work on, but accepting yourself allows you to be 100% your authentic self.
Yeah.
And you're going to draw more people like you to you being you.
Which can help with correcting or healing those
Right.
flaws, those wounds. I mean, that's the other thing. So making peace with yourself or accepting yourself also allows you to look back and view decisions you made, or choices you made, or wounds you have, or flaws you have, with a compassionate lens. Because beating yourself up, carrying shame and guilt, that's not helpful for you correcting what you did in the past or for healing. And you need to be able to be compassionate to yourself in order to move on. And I'm not saying that people don't have things that they maybe need to atone for in their past, but I'm saying that you can't really fully do that until you look at it with sort of a more compassionate air towards yourself. You just, if you're in the process of beating yourself up about something, you're not going to see all of the little wounds. You're going to keep picking that scab open instead of doing what you need to do to heal it. And, like Depraved said, it does help if you get the tribe of right people around you. The people that you can be yourself. Just let your guards down, say whatever you want to say. And you know what? Some of them might tell you that was completely wrong. You're wrong. You shouldn't have said that. And here's why. And that will help you heal. That will help you learn, But you're not going to do any of that if you never let your guards down and have the people that you are comfortable, A, saying stupid shit in front of in the first place, and B, can take their advice as it was intended, which is normally out of love for you. Otherwise, why would they care if you're fucking up?
Right.
Anyway, I love this. I also love that she chose to almost go with the bondage look, in terms of we keep our shadow under wraps. We keep it bound tightly inside of us. She also looks like my favorite heroine from the Kushiel's Dart series by Jacqueline Carey. So I don't know if anybody who's watching this has read that, but she looks mighty bit like Phaedra. I don't know if Ariel knows that series or not, but I would not be surprised. Excellent look for maybe a like the darker aspect, sure, more like a siren seductress, but still sort of bound look, you know.
Right.
And then I did like that she was still in her boxing match gear, because obviously she's fighting an internal battle as well. Now, I do think it's interesting that with the smoke and everything, it looked like SWAT showed up at the end there. So, if she's letting her shadows out into the light, apparently the government thinks that that is concerning. Kind of like that.
Right.
We should be friends.
Alrighty. So, if you guys liked the video, slash that like button, subscribe, ring the bell for notifications. Comment down below what did you think of Icon for Hire with Shadow. Also, comment down below if there's anything else you guys want to see reacted to. Check the description below for all the things.
Push our buttons. Come join us on our other social media platforms, mostly Twitter if you want a quicker response.
We love you guys. Thank you all for watching. Cannot wait to see you depraved people later.